www.pace-coalition.org.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty back live. The 2012 NIAA State Championship game presented by Farmers Insurance and the Las Vegas Review-Journal. 2:51 to go, third period. Indians down by 10. And it'll be Lowry Buckaroos with the inbounds pass. And they'll get it down low. Watterson has a wide open jumper. He takes it. It's short off the front of the rim. Dumas comes down with the rebound. The Indians back the other way across the timeline, left to right. Dumas with the right-handed dribble now driving into the paint. Kicks it out to Kleekes for three. That's no good. Short off the front of the rim. Connors gets the rebound, and he'll come back the other way. Back the other way now is Tyler Brum. Brum across the midcourt, and it's Watterson for three. Wide open.
Wide open. He just hit one last time down the court.
Wow.
These guys have got to start putting a body on someone, Chad.
Titus Milliken puts it up for three, and the Indians not even playing their defensive game now. Here's Honey still going coast to coast. He says, let me handle it. Puts it up and in with the right hand and gets the lay-in. It's now still an 11-point lead for the Buckaroos after the three-pointer. Back the other way come the Buckaroos.
Oh, wide open. Same guy.
Blocked. This time blocked by Honey Astua as he looked to put it up. It was Titus Milliken wide open down there, and all of a sudden from behind, Honey Astua came out of nowhere, and it was all ball.
Oh, he saved the day there. I just don't like it, Chad. When I see the Winnemucca coach jumping around on the court and more fired up than the Indian players, that's not good.
That is not good. And Coach Chris Kleekes again wants another timeout to talk to his team and say, hey, look, what's going on here? We'll take one as well. Under 2 minutes to go, third period, an 11-point lead for the Buckaroos. It's 31-42. We're back after this on 1240 Radio Sports and 93.7 Jack FM.
Come see the all-new Town Place Suites by Marriott.
You're listening to the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championship final game presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Farmers Insurance Group, and brought to you locally by Kidwell and Bradshaw, the names you know, the people you trust. Also by Parker Heating and Sheet Metal, proud to support ELKO High School Athletics. Go Indians. Inbounds pass will come from Milliken as the Buckaroos have it underneath their own basket. Under 2 minutes to go in the third period. It's an 11-point lead for the Buckaroos, 42-31. And down low, they get it. Up and no good, and the Indians get the rebound. The shot put up by number 51, Wardell. The rebound taken down by Kleekes. He comes across the timeline with the right-handed dribble now and will set up what looks to be their four corners offense where they're trying to run time off the clock. I can't imagine them doing that here, or maybe they just need to get a little used to being on the court. Not sure, but it definitely hasn't been Indians basketball like we know it. And no full-court pressure, Roy. We talked about it at the break. No full-court pressure. The Indians, that's what they've been living on all year long.
Carried them all year long, Chad. They haven't done it one time tonight, and I'm just so confused by it. It sets up everything that they do.
Three-pointer taken by Nathan Kleekes from way outside of three-point range, and it's no good. The rebound is brought down by the Buckaroos, who come across the timeline back the other way, put up a three-pointer of their own. That was Milliken again.
Would have been a hat trick.
Milliken can't get that one to fall up ahead to Dumas. Dumas underneath the basket trying to save it from out of bounds. Does off of an Lowry player, so the Indians will have it. But again, running out of control. 55 seconds left, third period, down by 11, 31-42.
A lot of times when we've seen the Indians play out of control, it's like that because of their pressure defense, and they're creating the scrambles and getting to the three balls. We just don't see any of that tonight from these guys.
Connors, Eastman, and Brum all check in here right before the inbounds pass, and Honey Astua now to Jenkins. Jenkins at the top of the key, in for the Indians. On the far corner, we'll give it up to Nathan Kleekes, and he looks at that three-pointer again. This time Jenkins now looking for three. It's 31-42. 39 seconds now on the clock, and the Indians again running that four corners, looking like they're trying to run some time here. Down by 11, they need to be scoring, not wasting clock time.
And they're at their best, Chad. Kleekes is 10 feet from the free throw line in, not sitting out at the three-point line.
Finally, they get it down to Mayo. Mayo puts it up off the glass. A feed from Kleekes, a nice look, and the Indians bring it back within 9, 33-42. There's 15 seconds on the clock, and it could be another 5-second call here if Connors just got it away. Now he gets it down low, and it's fought for and taken away by Dumas, and they're going to call jump ball.
Good defense.
And that will favor the ELKO Indians with 9 seconds left. This could be a crucial turnover. The Indians have not been closer than 7 since the half. And here comes Jenkins across the timeline, puts Connors to the floor. No call. Back the other way. Kleekes for three. Good!
Wow! Deep three!
At the buzzer, Nathan Kleekes hits the three. The Indians are within 6. 8 minutes to go, and the fans are on their seat at Lawler.
I haven't seen a little bit of life in the fans or the players since the first period, Chad.
What a way to end 3. It's 36-42. The Indians back within 6 in the final 8 minutes of their season coming to an end. As the sun sets on northeastern Nevada, the sun sets on the 3A basketball season, and we've got it live for you here from Lawler Event Center coming up next.
When you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose a name you can trust. It's Solis Auto Sales.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty courtside at Lawler Event Center, the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championship, brought to you by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and State Farmers Insurance Group. Look at this. It is all the fans, Lowry and ELKO, on their feet here at Lawler Event Center. Exciting stuff. Clekus hits a three-pointer at the buzzer, taken away on the inbounds pass. Jenkins to the hoop. It's up, no good, no foul called either.
Yeah, he
did call it. Okay, finally. Woo! I was going to say no foul called on that. Whoa, wait a second here.
Got to hit these, Chad. Got to hit these free throws.
How about the refs doing an excellent job here this afternoon at Lawler Event Center for the state championship. Lady Spartans winners coming home with the state title. Here later as Jenkins misses the first one. Jenkins with 13, Clekus with 9, the Indians within 6, 42-36. They haven't had the lead since early on in the first period. Here's Jenkins nailing the second one, so he's got one of the two, and will be the first bucket and the first point scored here in the second half. The Indians now within 5, 37-42. Across the timeline come the Buckaroos, and they've got Studebaker in the paint, looking to put it up, can't, and gets it taken away. Honey Astua, he's got the steal across midcourt. He'll slow things up and give it up to Clekus. Clekus looks down low, nice look to Natty, off the glass, no good. He was wide open underneath, had a way easy basket, and can't get it to fall. Wardell back the other day, gets it to Renas. Renas puts it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound taken down by Honey Astua. Honey Astua now will give it up to Jenkins, and the Indians come across, trailing by 5. A chance to bring them within 2, possibly, right here.
Natty's got to get aggressive and start dunking that, Chad.
He has missed almost every shot from the field here this afternoon. Dumas now to Honey Astua. Honey Astua with the right hand, looking to drive inside, kicks it out to Jenkins instead for 3. That's no good. And there's Natty with the rebound. He'll put it up this time, and that's no good. The rebound fought for underneath. Honey Astua up and in.
Boy, the Indians have finally come to life, Chad. They were sleepwalking for 3 quarters, and here's the Indians that we've been watching all year, finally showing up in the 4th.
They're within 3, 39-42, state championship on the line. Here come the Buckaroos, looking down low, trying to get it. Wardell has it, but a jump ball called. It's tied up with Honey Astua. The Indians have the possession arrow and the momentum right now, and the crowd is on their feet at Lawler. Almost a full house. I've seen more people here this afternoon than some of the UNR games.
A lot of the UNR games, Chad.
And the Indians get the inbounds pass. They'll have it back the other way. 6:36 to go in the ball game. They trail by 3, 39-42. They've been on a 6-0 run here to start the 4th period. And now it's Honey Astua who gets it tipped away. Clekus will try and save it, and he does. Honey Astua gets it in the backcourt. Will try to bring it across the timeline again here. Now in the front court. He is going all the way to the paint. Kicks it out to Clekus for 3. That's no good. Natty's there for the rebound. Natty puts it up. It's blocked. And draws the foul.
You can't even hear the whistle in this place, Chad. It's insane.
DJ Natty working the boards now, and now gets a little bit aggressive and draws the foul. And that's what we needed. He needed to get in there and get going. He is one of the keys to this team's success this year. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. He struggled there tonight so far. First one is on the way, and that's no good.
Well, at least he drew some iron, Chad. Last time he was at the line, he threw up an air ball.
It's DJ Natty. He only has 1 point so far tonight. He is 0 for 3, or 1 for 4 from the line. Make it 1 for 5. He can't get either one to fall. Those are important free throws down the stretch here.
They all are now.
39-42. It's a 3-point lead for the Buckaroos. Across the timeline they come. The Indians have stepped up their aggressive defense and stolen away. Honey Astua up ahead to Clekus, and that's taken away by Connors. Back into the hands of Honey Astua now, and he'll go to the hoop, turn around, spin, and foul. Nice spin move there.
That guy got some moves.
Ooh, I thought, well, he's in trouble now, nowhere to go, and I said spin. Oh, he did.
Man.
I would be in traction for 9 weeks if I tried to do that.
The last time I've seen anybody do the moves that this guy does all the time is Michael Jordan, and he used to get that stuff to drop.
Here's Honey Astua, the senior at the line with some big free throws. First one is on the way, and that's good.
Gotta have him.
So how about Honey Astua coming alive? He's got now 7 points, all coming in the second half for a total of 9. Trying to make it 10 here, and does.
1 point game, folks.
Honey Astua.
Look at the bench. We're sitting next to the Winnemucca bench, and it's just a whole different thing.
Got quiet over there, didn't it? Across the timeline come the Buckaroos. They lead it by 1, 42-41, and it's top of the key now. Here comes Connors. Connors and the Indian defense has gotten way aggressive. Here's Dumas now working in the feint, and he is not going to draw the foul, is he? Oh, he did. They'll say Indians foul away from the ball. And that'll go against Marshall Dumas. Marshall Dumas aggressive on the defense, and the Indians look like a whole different team here to start the fourth period.
Well, it took 3 quarters, Chad, but finally they decided to show up in the fourth, and now the suffocating defense has them within 1 point.
They have yet to score in the fourth period, the Buckaroos do. They inside it to Studebaker, and it's taken away. Honey Astua with the steal. And he double dribbles after that, and so we'll go back to the Buckaroos, but that was the right idea there. He took it right out of the hands of Studebaker, who was going to the hoop. Again, yet to score here in the final period. There's 5.5 to go. We played 2.5 minutes, and the Indians have held them. They bring it within 1, 42-41. Top of the key is Connors. Connors driving in.
From behind by Honey Astua.
He comes from behind and tips the ball out of bounds, and all of a sudden the Indians are alive on defense. It'll be back to the Buckaroos. They'll have it underneath their own basket, and it'll be Connors to try to get the inbounds pass. They usually look to Studebaker here, and they don't. This time they get it to Watterson. He'll take it, and now to Studebaker. Up and off the glass, good. And Jesse Studebaker with the first points for the Buckaroos in the second half. Back to a 3-point lead, 44-41. Indians come across the timeline left to right. To Kalikas, now to Dumas. Dumas on the near wing. He goes with the left-handed dribble. Looks to go against Watterson. Now kicks it out to Honey Astua. That's no good. The shot taken from about 13 feet. The rebound, long rebound taken down by Watterson. Now to Connors. And he tries to get it up ahead and does. They'll go baseline with it. Turn around and a foul away again from the ball.
Going to call it on Jenkins. I don't really like that call. I thought it was good aggressive defense.
That's going to go against Jenkins. And another timeout on the floor with 4:46 to go. The Indians are fighting back. It's 44-41. And the NIAA State 3A Basketball Championships continue after this on 1240 KELK and 93.7 Jack FM.
Stop by Arctic Circle and enjoy quite simply the best ingredients of any fast food restaurant.
The 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championships presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Farmers Insurance Group. Chad Hardy along with Roy Haggerty, courtside at Lawler Event Center. Also being brought to you by Solis Auto Sales. A new way of buying a car is at solisautosales.net. Also by Arctic Circle, get the good stuff. And by Fifth Gear Power Sports, Elko's Power Sports Authority. It's the Indians trailing by 3, 41-44. Elko fans up on the big screen here at Lawler Event Center waving to the cameras. And we got 4:46 to go in this one. Elko has fought their way back. They trailed by 10 at the half. We're in the fourth period now, and it's going to be a timeout having to take by Lowry because, well, it's tenacious defense by the Elko Indians. They had nowhere to get the ball, and we're almost could have got their third 5-second violation right there.
I wish they would have come out and started playing like this from the first quarter. Oh, man.
It's the Buckaroos with a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back. You're listening to 1240.
738-2324.
Back live, Lawler Event Center. It's the NIAA 3A State Basketball Championships, and the Indians with the ball. 4:36 to go, fourth period, down by 3. 44-41. Jenkins comes across the timeline, left to right. Gives it up to DJ Natty in the far corner. Now to Nielsen. Cody Nielsen checking into the ball game. Also a freshman. Will work the ball across towards near side. Now they'll give it up to Nathan Kalikas, top of the key, and he'll go with the left hand, drives in the lane, dishes off, shots up, no good. An air ball from the far side from Tim Mayo.
Man, beautiful drive and pass by Kalikas, too. He had a wide open 3-foot baseline jumper.
Those shots are usually money for the Elko Indians, and tonight, they're not even having trouble hitting the net. And now here come the Buckaroos back the other way, shot on the way, and that's good. That's number 21. That's Brandon Eastman. He gets his first bucket of the ball game, and it comes at 3:52 to go in the fourth period. He usually is on the board well before that. And it looks like the Indians need a timeout.
Yeah,
Coach Fleekus is furious. His face is as red as the maroon here in the stand. It's 3:48 to go. Fleekus wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 46-41. The Indians trail by 5. We'll be back after this. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports at 93.7 Jack FM. Back live, Lowry Event Center, the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championships presented by Farmers Insurance and the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Indians trail by 5, 41-46. Marshall Dumas with the ball, trying to get it across the timeline. It's the Buckaroos put on a little full-court press, and it pays off for him. It's taken away by the Buckaroos and Titus Milliken. He comes across the timeline now. They're up by 5, 3.5 to go. They get it near side to Connors. Connors is on the wing working against Brandon Jenkins. And now it's Lowry looking to run a little clock here as they've got the lead and the ball. They get it down low, turnaround jumper on the way, and that is good. Number 43, Garrett Navarine with a big bucket. He was in the paint, had no shot, was able to make some moves and do a turnaround fadeaway, and that goes in, and now it's a 7-point lead. Here comes Honey Astua across the timeline, and he throws it away.
I just will not understand. I have got to hear from Coach Fleekus why we abandoned the full court press that carried us all year, Chad.
I don't know why we haven't done any sort of press here. And Buckaroos put one on. They have the turnover, and then back the other way. They're going to call Milliken with traveling, so the Indians get a break here. That's a huge break for the Indians to try to stop the momentum of Lowry now, who has rattled off 5 straight and take the lead back to 7.
Well, the Indians haven't found a way to break the full court press yet. They've taken the ball away from them 3 times now in a row.
Honey Astua throws it away again. Unheard of. Saved out of bounds by Jenkins to Honey Astua. He'll take it to the hoop, up and in. Are you kidding me? What a move. He spun in the mid-air. Put it up with the left hand double pump off the glass. And the Indians were within 5. 43-48. Here comes the Buckaroos. Back the other way. Right to left across the timeline. Shot taken quickly. It's no good. Rebound Honey Astua. It's 43-48. Coming up on the 2-minute mark as he crosses the timeline and loses control of it. The ball hits the floor, and it'll be Connors back the other way coming up with it. Honey Astua losing control of the ball 3-4 times now here in just the last 2 minutes. Oh, no, back the other way. Wide open, down low, up and in, off the glass. Garrett Navarine. How did they leave him alone? Now a 7-point lead for the Buckaroos. And Coach Chris Fleekus off the bench. Furious wants another timeout. It's 1:58 to go. The Indians trailing by 7 in the state title game. We'll be back with the final 2 minutes after this. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports.
Stop by Arctic Circle. Get the good stuff.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty back live courtside at the NIAA State Championships presented by Farmers Insurance and the Las Vegas Review-Journal. There is under 2 minutes to go. 50-43 is our score. The Indians come out on the court. The final 2 minutes is now brought to you by Marshall Dumas, Brandon Jenkins, Cody Nielsen, Tim Mayo, and Nathan Kalikas.
Chad, they got to come out and play ELKO Indian running up and down pressure defense this last 2 minutes. They've been caught this whole game in the Winnemucca style of play, slowing it down, half-court defense, half-court offense. That's just not ELKO style of play, and they've been caught up playing that sort of game with them all night long.
And so the Indians will have it, and the Buckaroos get out onto the court, and they're going to start out with Studebaker, Milliken, number 21, Eastman, Navarine, and Connors. Clock started. 1:55 and counting. Season coming to an end here for one of these two teams. Actually, both teams. One's going to walk away with the state title. Jenkins swings it around to Dumas. Dumas now to Mayo. Now back up top of the key to Dumas. Dumas drives in. Nothing there. Three-pointer. Ooh, he looked at it. Didn't want it. Instead, he'll drive in. Take it from 10. And an air ball shot up. Put up by Kalikas. He steals it back and gets the bucket. It's up and in. 45-50. It's 1:31 to go. And here come the Buckaroos across the timeline right to left. 5-point lead they have. Trying to hang on to it. The Indians working a man-to-man defense. Knocked out of bounds by Kalikas. Almost a steal as Watterson set to check into the ball game.
Precious time coming off the clock as ELKO just allows Winnemucca to walk the ball up the court and cross half timeline.
We're going to have to see a foul here pretty soon, I think. Down by 5, 1:22 on the clock. The Indians desperately need the ball back if they want to stay in this one. And now the inbounds pass. They get it to Watterson, going down low. It looks like number 21 is going to put it up, and he's going to walk before he does, and now the Indians get that turnover that they needed.
They need to break the full court press here that the Buckaroos are putting on, Chad.
1:15 and counting on the clock. The inbound to Dumas. He needs to get it across the timeline, and does. He's trapped here on the near side now. And Coach Klikas wants a timeout. They got to put some urgency here in the last 67 seconds of this ball game and season. It's all on the line. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports and 93.7 Jack FM.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty back live. The NIAA Class 3A State Championship final game presented by Farmers Insurance and the Las Vegas Review-Journal. It'll be Indians ball, Marshall Dumas inbound. 1:07 on the clock. The Indians trail by 5. Here's Jenkins across the timeline, left to right, taking the inbounds pass from Dumas. He'll dribble with the left hand and look here to the near side of Cody Nielsen. They'll swing it around the horn to Dumas. Dumas looking down low, finds DJ Natty, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds with the ball from the baseline. Now the Indians definitely have to foul. We're under a minute to go. They trail by 5. Here's the inbounds pass. They break the press, no problem, and the Indians not fouling. Don't know why. Taking it to the hoop. Wide open. Shot's no good. Nielsen with the rebound. 45 seconds and the Indians with the ball. Left to right across the timeline, Nathan Klikas. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Now here comes Dumas. He's on the baseline. Out to Jenkins for 3. Good! Yeah! Money! Brandon Jenkins brings the Indians within a bucket. It's 48-50, and the Buckaroos want a timeout. Brandon Jenkins nails another one.
Where would they be without that kid today, Chad?
That's number 4 for him. A break to the floor. We'll be back. It's 31.9 ticks remaining. 50-48. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports.
Did you know your teen's brain continues to develop into their early 20s? PACE-coalition.org.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty, the 2012 NIAA Class 3A state title game is underway. Presented by Farmers Insurance Group and the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Brandon Jenkins with 17 points, nails a three-pointer, 31.9 on the clock. The Indians are within 2. They've got a full court press on the way.
That full court press we've been asking about.
And now the Buckaroos will try to inbounds it. There is not a seat in this house that somebody is sitting in. They're all on their feet. Here comes the inbounds pass. They got it. Now we're at 26 seconds. Across the stolen by Jenkins. Natty misses the layup.
Why didn't he dunk it?
He missed a wide open layup. A bounce pass from Jenkins to Natty all alone underneath the basket for an easy lay-in, and he can't get it to fall. Unreal. 19.6 on the clock and a timeout on the floor. We'll be back right after this. It's the NIAA 3A title on the line. 19 seconds left. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports and 93.7 Jack FM.
How does this site online? RubyMountainHeart.com.
The 2012 NIAA Championship game underway. 19 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point lead for the Buckaroos from Lowry. They'll have the ball trying to inbounds. The Indians in a full court press. They're going to have to foul. 17 seconds on the clock, and they do. And it's going to be Studebaker at the line, and he'll be shooting a 2 points here. So, wow, we come right down to the final. Jenkins steals it away at midcourt, right at midcourt, has a wide open DJ Natty back the other way, and he can't seem to get it to go. Now, they'll get it again. Another chance to inbounds it, as they're not quite in the bonus yet. They do. 14 seconds on the clock, and they foul Studebaker again. So that's who they want going to the line. So now we'll shoot. No, they'll still not in the bonus, so it'll be the Buckaroos trying to get it in.
Should have been fouled a little bit earlier then.
Wasn't quite expecting it to be this close. 48-50 here. Here's the inbounds pass. Buckaroos have it. Studebaker's got it all alone, going to the basket.
Oh, what a great play by Cody.
Cody Nielsen comes in, barely gets a hand on it, blocks it out of bounds.
Out of nowhere. Studebaker was going to dunk that ball, Chad.
And Studebaker thought he had the game wrapped up, and the Indians do not like it. They're saying that...
Calling that an intentional foul. I hear the crowd booing.
No, they're saying that they didn't want the foul at all. They thought he got it clean, but I thought he hit him with the body.
Man, all I could hear was booing. It is just
These are big.
so loud in here.
Studebaker at the line. Gets it. It's a 3-point lead, 51 to 48. If he makes this one,
right here.
If he makes this one, it's all but over. Here's Studebaker at the line, the 6'2 junior, eyes it, fires it, it's good. And the Indians trail by 4 with 12 seconds to go. Jenkins with the inbounds pass, he's got it. He's trapped at midcourt, time running out. 8.8 on the clock, and Chris Kleekus calls a timeout. 8.8 seconds remaining, 52 to 48. Studebaker is money, ice in his veins at the line as he makes two. The junior from Winnemucca, the leading scorer all season long for the Buckaroos, has them on top by 4. 48-52, 8.8 remaining. We're going to keep it here, Roy, as this is it.
Chad Studebaker's been a beast all night long. He came out and showed why he's been their leader. Elko had no answer for him for the first 3 quarters of this game.
Referee pointing to midcourt, so they'll have it at midcourt here when we get over this timeout. Unbelievable. The Indians with a chance to tie it after the steal by Jenkins, a missed layup by DJ Natty, and it's unbelievable. He is just been pulled from the field.
Was nobody in between him and the rim, Chad. I don't know if he got halfway up and decided he couldn't dunk it, or I don't know, but that was just really weird. He slammed the layup off the backboard.
So for the final 8.8 seconds on the floor will be DJ Natty, Brandon Jenkins, Nathan Kleekus, Cody Nielsen, and Alan Honey-Stewart.
Well, they're going to have to get a quick score and a quick foul.
It'll be Cody Nielsen right in front of me, full court press on by the Buckaroos. They get the inbounds pass to Kleekus. 6 seconds on the clock. He's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Away from the ball, nope, they'll have it out of bounds here, just about midcourt again. So now with 6.5 on the clock, the Indians trailing by 4, 48-52. And the title on the line, they get it into Jenkins. Jenkins to Kleekus for 3, way off balance. And it's 1 second and that's it. Its time has run out and the Buckaroos beat the Indians 48-52 for the state title, and the fans have rushed the Lawler Event Center court. It's nothing but blue and yellow out on the floor right now.
Chad, you got to hand it to them. It's been a long time coming. They have a good, solid program. Quite frankly, they came out and played our Elko Indians tonight.
The Indians beat them 2 out of 3 for the season. The Buckaroos win the one that counts the most. And what a heartbreaker for the Elko Indians, and tears abound all over the place here at the Lawler Event Center for people wearing maroon. Big smiles for our friends from Winnemucca and the Elko Indians.
These Elko Indians are going to be here again sometime in the next few years.
We'll see them back here soon.
Hopefully they'll come out a little bit hungrier than they did tonight. It was very obvious from the opening tip-off, Chad, who the hungrier team was tonight, and it was not our Elko Indians.
It just looked to me like they were out of sync, off balance, unable to make shots that usually were easy. I mean, I could almost count them before they even went in before.
It just seemed to me
tonight,
like
nothing.
We also played a style of offense that we usually don't play. We had way too much half-court offense going on and not enough full-court pressure and up and down. A lot of times we come in here, Chad, and we've, like the Spring Creek ladies earlier, prided ourselves on pressure defense and running people out of the gym with our deep bench. Man, we just had none of that tonight.
What a heartbreaking loss for the Elko Indians. What a journey it's been, though. They come in as the #1 seed. They beat Lowry twice. And you couldn't have wrote a story better for Elko County basketball for this weekend. Congratulations to the Lady Spartans who walk away with the win and the state trophy. And you gotta tip your hat here to this Lowry Buckaroo team, losing to Elko twice during the regular season, coming in tonight and fighting all the way to the very end, winning by 4, 52-48. We'll take a look at the final stats and close out the season next. This has been a presentation of 1240 Radio Sports and 93.7 Jack FM.
Did you know your teen's brain continues to develop into their early 20s?
At ELKOFCU.org.
You're listening to the Elko Federal Credit Union postgame show on 1240 Radio Sports.
Elko Indians coming to tonight's contest at the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championship, presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Farmers Insurance Group, as the #1 seed, but it wasn't meant to be. A team that they beat twice during the regular season came in tonight hungry, and they got the win. The Lowry Buckaroos 52, the Elko Indians 48. And for the Buckaroos, leading the scores, look at this, Roy. Not surprising that you've got Garrett Navarine, Studebaker, Milliken, and Watterson, each with 10 points.
Yeah.
Everyone contributing on that team. It was 4 for Calvin Connors, 2 for Eastman, and 2 for Chris Denderry. Jordan Renas went to the free throw line, was 1 for 2, and he picks up 1 point in the championship matchup. As for the ELKO Indians, if it weren't for Brandon Jenkins, we wouldn't even have been in it. He had 17 points. He led all scorers, 13 for Clekus. 11 of those were scored in the second half. 12 points for Alan Honey-Astua, 2 for Dumas, 2 for Mayo, and one person I'm leaving out here is DJ Natty, who had 1 point, 1 free throw, went to the line. He was 1 for 5, and he was 0 for 7 from the field. So the Indians come up short. What a great season, though, they had, 23-6. Or 24 and 7 is well they'll end up. And you got to give your hats off. A team that, well, with a bunch of freshman starters, expect to see back here at the state title game very soon.
Yeah, I don't have any doubt about it that they're going to be back here shortly, Chad.
We want to give our hats off to all our sponsors who supported the Indians throughout the season. They include the ELKO Federal Credit Union, Parker Heating and Sheet Metal, Kidwell and Bradshaw, Arctic Circle, Solis Auto Sales, Fifth Gear Power Sports, Encore Audio Video Design, Sierra Jewelry and Loan, Susie's Hair and Nails, Ruby Mountain Hearth, Town Place Suites by Marriott, ELKO Glass, Farmers Insurance, the Warline Agency, and by Pace Coalition. For Roy Haggerty, I'm Chad Hardy. Thanks so much to Will back at the radio station for hooking us up this weekend. It was a fun broadcast season, and we hope to be back here again for you next year. For 1240 KELK and 93.7, so long from Lawler Event Center.
See you next year.
Now, the latest in world, national, and regional news from ABC News on Northeast Nevada's news leader. AM 1240 KELK, your station from Mike Huckabee, heard every weekday at 7:20, 12:20, and 5:20 on ELKO's original AM station.